What is up, my people? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, you have no idea. I am your host, Saxophone Delmone, with my old and new improved. We are back in business on the No Grow and Tell network. I have a ton of coins that we need to get through. Got a bunch of information I want to relate and share with you guys. And there's so much that's happening with currency. There's so much that's happening in silver. There's so much that is happening with taxes and money. And woo! I don't know if you have been living under a rock, but I had to come back and drag Leonard back over here to make sure he is back in the mix. Yes, Leonard is still with me, and we have a ton of news to share. So let me just get right into it, okay? If you don't know, back in July, Jay-Z, the rapper Jay-Z, if you know, I guess we should say Beyonce's baby daddy, because he hadn't rapped in years. But he bought the CGC. Now, what is the CGC? I should have brought that. I should have brought that up. CGC is. Here, I get you. CGC is connected to the NGC, and the NGC is the the Numismatic Grading Company, right? Corporation. They when you get a coin, you get a serial number on this numismatic coin, right? And they grade it. They tell you it's a MS70. Of all coins that I grabbed, I didn't grab the one that's a MS70. They'll tell you that it's a MS70 on there. Can we focus in on that? So the MSM, they let you know the grading of what it is. So this is a perfect coin. All of these are perfect coins, MS70s. No scratches, no bumps, no bruises, no mishaps in the design. So the CGC owns like the NGC. The CGC is the Certified Guarantee Company. Certified Guarantee Company is the world's leading third-party grading service for comic books, trading cards, magazines, concert posters, and more. So they do all of the grading, and the NGC breaks it down to actual coins. So when it comes down to why would Jay-Z buy a bunch of comic books? No, that's kind of like the front for it. The real money is coming out of the NGC. So if you, we'll put this part in, and does CGC own NGC? Now, for everybody that's out there on YouTube, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to the channel. I just put this channel up to actually start moving it and break away from my Saxophone Delmone page. So please help me get the numbers up, because I have a lot of information that I want to get back and sharing with you guys, because we've been able to make a good grip of money in this time that we've been silent. And well, if you guys would have jumped with me on the silver and jumped with us on the crypto and learn how to open a business and start moving things, well, there's a lot of people that are now out of jobs or questioning their jobs with the vaccine. And well, nobody had any sympathy for me when I lost 4 careers on March 1st, 2020. They're like, oh, get a real job, get an essential job, right? And well, now there are many essential jobs now up for you. If you don't get vaccinated, you're gonna get fired. I've been preaching this for almost 2 years now, that we need to have our own business, your own small business. You need to have a business that's online, so you can survive any kind of quarantine or whatever, and hopefully your business can go international. You need to that's what my business is all about. This one I put together during quarantine, called No Grow and Tell. Know how to start a business, know how taxes work, know how credit works, know how to be able to break away from the system of not having a boss and residual income, and grow. Learn how to invest, grow your investments, real estate, vacant land, silver and gold, luxury cars, whatever you invest in. Even if you invest in Jordans, learn how to grow that business and make money out of nothing, right? And then no grow and tell. Tell somebody. Don't just sit on the information by yourself. Don't just be greedy and be rich and, oh, I'm not going to tell anybody else, because that's what most wealthy people do. There's information out there. They just don't post it. They don't make websites about it. Where do I get this information? This is decades of studying and researching and hanging with celebrities and entrepreneurs and very, very rich people that allow me to play for their wife's birthday party or whatever. I get them drunk and then I dig information. Because the way I see it, what they say, if you don't come from wealth, be where the wealth came from. And well, I definitely don't come from wealth, even though people thought that my parents were rich. Both of my parents are teachers, and not like professors. Like my mom was a retired first grade teacher, and not like retired after 40 years. She retired the minute she hit 20 years, like in the middle of the workday. It was like 2:13 in the afternoon. She lined up a substitute teacher the night before to make sure that she was quitting at 20 years. So no extra pay, no bumps or bonuses, no. And then my pops is a special ed teacher. But he got his master's degree and was able to, work that side of it and did some summer school teaching for extra pay. But the summer school teaching went into investments like silver and vacant land. And then we had an apartment building and put into a little bit of stock. So I've been learning all of this stuff since I was a kid. I'm just trying to be able to share all the knowledge I have because I don't have any kids and, well, nobody likes me anymore. No, I don't have any kids to hand it down to. I don't have a wife. I'm adopted, so I don't really have like close ties with family like that. So you people are my people. I don't have anybody else, and I don't want to sit on all this information and not share it or like be comfortable through all of this craziness that is happening. And I'm affected too. Like I said, I lost 4 careers, but it didn't matter because I started really pushing the investment side and starting to understand how people are working off of investments. And so this is what I'm trying to prove and how people are doing it, right? So when it comes down to, I said, does CGC own NGC? And so these days, the umbrella organization, CCG, Certified Collectible Group, includes 5 internationally operating companies, NGC being responsible for coins, while PMG, Paper Money Guarantee, grades notes, and CGC grades comics. All right? See that? How they put that on the last little part, that CGC grades comic and stuff? Because these guys are starting to understand that there is a shift in the economy. We can all feel that there's a shift in the economy, but it's not going to go back. They did this on purpose, right? This is all done on purpose. Or if you want to act like it's an accident, whatever. They're still pushing this weird agenda. It's not going to go back if you did it on purpose, right? So I remember when I was a kid, we've been on our Sound Money team. Lately we've been doing the getting into trusts and trust funds. And as a kid, we knew a trust fund baby. And the trust fund babies would kind of get picked on, or people would get mad that, the trust fund baby. Well, what's wrong with a trust fund baby? We should understand what a trust funds are. And if we knew what trust funds really were, we'd all be working through trust. Like I was able to save my father's house when he went blind and he had all these people partying and stuff like that. I got a power. The research that we've been doing learned that I could get a power of attorney over my father so nobody could sign over his name and put him in a home and steal his house. And then for his house, I put it in a trust. So no one could steal the house on any kind of legal thing. Why? Because he doesn't own the house anymore. The trust owned the house. So anything that happens with my pops, nobody could take it from him, right? That's how the wealthy do it. Trust fund babies. They put things in trust. So the house, like they put a house in the trust, so the kids, grandkids can have a place to grow up in. So some crackhead nephew can't sell the house and, well, the families are gone. It's in a trust. No one can sell the house because it's protected. That's how the wealthy people are living. That's how we're moving to and learning how this whole different regime is working under us, how the 1% controls the 99%, and why aren't more people trying to learn what the 1% do instead of trashing them and knocking them and trust funds, trust fund babies. Man, we all want to be trust fund babies. Man, if there's any sugar mamas out there that want to make me a trust fund baby, I will gladly be. Anyways. So just know that Jay-Z and, well, let's look into the actual article. Blackstone buys stake in Certified Collectibles, joined by Jay-Z. Blackstone Group agreed to buy Certified Collectibles Group, CGC, which grades and certifies items such as sports trading cards, stamps, and coins. Blackstone said its Tactical Opportunities Group is purchasing a majority stake, valuing the business at more than $500 million. Other investors include Roc Nation, Jay-Z's entertainment company, and Daryl Morey, president of basketball operations of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, why would they have basketball? They've got rap. Why are they investing in coins? Well, because basketball is not going to always be here. Rap is not going to always be around. And Jay-Z's not trying to rock stages anymore. This is residual income. Every month, every week, checks come in. That's what I've been getting. I'm getting these $250 checks. Even when I'm not working, get a $250 check. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. I don't have to be blowing smoke. I'll show you in a sec. But Blackstone's, the world's largest alternative investment firm, has wagered on companies focused on software, social gaming, defense, and healthcare through its opportunistic group under the leadership of David Blitzer. The unit recently made bets on telecommunications provider Hotwire Communications and security company FireEye. The group's funds posted gains more than 15% in the first 3 months of 2021. All right? That's not rap. That's not basketball. It's not shut up and dribble. These guys are actually taking money that they made and instead of putting it in their mattress or putting it in the Jordans, they're taking and buying. Did it say crypto? Did it say stocks? It didn't even say real estate. Why? Because it's not hot right now. And then with silver, just these little things, they're talking about these little silver coins, right, are going for like $20 an ounce. This is what goes up and down. But this is just currency. This is just pure silver currency. Now, you guys, this is not what they're not telling you. These are numismatic coins. Collectible coins, graded coins. These are perfect coins, all right? So when it comes to this, a collectible, it's not gonna go for the same price as just dead weight silver. But they don't say that on all this. Why? Because the wealthy don't want you to get rich. They don't want us to get rich. They don't want us to be able to buy some little stupid $100 coin and it sells for $24,000 20 years later. $100 turns into $24,000. And it's not even gonna be worth that much because inflation is gonna go up. That in this world right now, like your 401k, that's the hustle. You understand the hustle of 401k. The reason why they don't just have retirement and you've worked for 20 years like my mom, and now they're paying her a state check and a social security check and an old folks check and what she's got, a pottery check and a gardening check. They were giving checks to the old people for anything. Why do you think they're trying to kill them off now? Because they worked 20 years from 20 to 40? And now people are living to 100, so I gotta take care of you every week. Every week I gotta send you a check from 40 years old to 100. That's 60 years. You only work for me for 20, but I gotta pay for you for 60? No. How about we set up this 401k, all right? And so today I'll put in $200 and whatever you put in $200, I'll match your $200. And so however much you put into your 401k, I'll match that. Why? Because that's today's money. In 2021, but they know that in 2041, that $200 that you put in, the inflation is going to be shot up so much that that's going to be worth in your $200 in 2030 or 2040 is going to be worth pennies. Not these. Think about it. The better example for what collectibles mean to just a regular coin, right? The difference between this regular coin and this, a numismatic collectible coin that's just wrapped in this little plastic and graded. Think about a 1964 Chevy Impala. No rims, no system, no refurbished. It's just your granddad had one, left it in the garage, and now it's sitting at 7-Eleven with a sign on it. That Chevy Impala is gonna go for about $800, maybe $1,500. I'll give you even $3,000 for that 1964 Impala with no rims, no radio, no nothing. But Kobe Bryant died with the 1964 Impala, and it had rims and the system and refurbished and all that. But he died, right? So now when they sold that car, do you think it's gonna go for $2,000? No, it's gonna go on an auction for millions of dollars. Why? Because it's a collectible. It's a collectible. Not a, what do you call it? What is the word that is in circulation? It's not like a circulate, like coins that are in circulation, or even an uncirculated coin, which is this, uncirculated. It's never been put into a cashier or anything in the public. No, these are collectibles. They're not gonna tell you about the collectibles because they're trading them amongst themselves. And well, with 7K Metals, we have a Sound Money wallet where you can put the coin up for sale on the Facebook group, and somebody says, I wanna buy that. What's your price? You name your price. They trade it to you in your Sound Money wallet right away, but you gotta be a 7K member. All right, so there's a lot of, I've been getting questions and calls about like, how do I invest in silver? And Dell, I wanna talk about it, and what happened to your videos? I've been watching all your videos and I wanna know what's going on right now. Well, right now, Biden, now I'm talking, no, the president. I won't even say Biden because then it looks like Democrat or Republican. No, I'm a musician. All politicians hate musicians until they throw one of their little rallies. And now we need musicians to make the party hype. But after that, they hate us. Why? Because most musicians don't pay taxes and most musicians don't vote. So, as a musician, not worried about politics. I'm just saying what the president is doing to us right now. It says, Biden warns that U.S. may breach debt limit, blaming McConnell. Now, where am I getting this information? Right here, up here. Bloomberg.com, okay? Bloomberg.com says Biden warns that there might be a U.S. breach. That the U.S. may breach the debt limit. What does that mean? I've been digging to try to find an article that actually made some sense to be able to share with you guys, right? So I found this one and it was pretty good. It says President Joe Biden warned that the U.S. government is at, hold on. It's gonna do the Bloomberg. Sign up for this. Okay, take you down the homepage. Sorry. If you don't subscribe to Bloomberg, this is a very good subscription. I don't have the subscription. I had it for a year, but it was just, it was too much for what I was. I can't read that much to make it affordable, make it worth it. Are we in the article? Did it just log me out of it? Okay. President Joe Biden, it is logging me out of it. It's not gonna let me see it? Oh, it's not gonna let me see it. Oh, that sucks. That really kills that almost kills this whole video. Dang it. Okay, no, it doesn't. That was a very good article to really explain what's gonna happen. And really we have a debt limit, a ceiling that kind of like if you work in corporate or work for like a university, they give you a budget that you can use each year, right? Every fiscal year. That's how like the whole floor got new computers. Why? Because they need to use some of that petty cash to keep up to date for the next year. If you don't use it, you lose it. So of course, when it comes to the national debt, we're definitely gonna use what they're gonna give us, right? And then we're gonna push it a little bit more, spend a little bit more so we can ask for a little bit more. Well, right now, the Congress is not voting to be able to raise the limit. They're like, nah, we don't want to work with you, Biden. We don't care about the people. We're in too much of a debt or a deficit. Or really, come on, what's the deficit? It's just an invisible number that they keep increasing. Right? We don't ever buy nothing. We don't ever sell nothing. Don't believe the hype. But here, this other article kind of explains a little bit more on what happens if they decide, nope, And this is what I'm worried about. This is what this little cash, this little piece of paper. Be wary of this paper. So it says, what happens if Congress doesn't raise the debt ceiling? What do you need to know about the showdown between Democrats and Republicans? All right, the debate over the debt limit, often called the debt ceiling, is heating up again on Capitol Hill. But government officials, business leaders, and economists are raising the alarm, saying not addressing it in a timely manner would be disastrous. Now, if you want to know where I'm getting this, this is from CBS News. All right, I didn't have to dig for this one. What is the debt limit and why do we have it? The limit is the maximum amount the United States is allowed to borrow to pay its debts. If the amount of government debt hits that limit, it doesn't lift the ceiling. The U.S. would be unable to pay what it owes and could default, just like if you don't pay your rent or your mortgage. When Congress raises or suspends the debt limit, it's not greenlighting new spending. Instead, it allows the Treasury to pay for spending it already approved. Well, isn't that what a credit card is, right? So you'll get you can get the products that you already asked for and paid for, but anything after that, like your new stimulus checks that nobody got, it's not going to happen. So the U.S. has had a debt ceiling for more than 100 years, and it just keeps going up. It was first established in 1917 with the Second Liberty Bond Act and set at $11 billion. Prior to that, lawmakers had to approve every issuance of debt separately. Different kinds of debts were later consolidated under one aggregate debt limit in 1939. Anyways, they just keep pushing it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it. It says, what happens if Congress doesn't raise the debt ceiling this time? Well, when the suspension expired, the Treasury Department began using so-called extraordinary measures. See, extraordinary measures to keep paying its bills. Because our government has bills as well. And they charge the debt to us to make us pay. Taxes, right? But it's way more than that. So such measures included suspending the sales of some Treasury securities. Now remember this word, Treasury securities. So suspending the sales of Treasury securities and redeeming or suspending investments or reinvestments in some funds. Now that's a fancy way. Like, what the hell is a Treasury security? Well, let's look. What are Treasury securities? I Googled it. Treasury securities, including Treasury bills, Treasury notes and bonds, Treasury notes and bonds. What's this say on your federal note? The Federal Reserve note. It's a note, right? And well, it's not a state note. It's not just the New Mexico bill, is it? No, it's federal. So it goes nationwide for our country or federal, whatever sub-countries, sister countries that we monitor. So that's what this Treasury security, they could have just said are your dollars, your cash, but they want to wrap it in this cool ass jargon. So Treasury securities, including your Treasury bills, notes, and bonds, are debt obligations issued by the U.S. government of Treasury, right? It's a debt obligation. You are in debt. This is why you have it. Treasury securities are considered one of the safest investments because they are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. How much faith you got in the government? How much credit does the government have? You ever been $38 trillion in debt? So how much credit does the U.S. have? The U.S., as far as credit, is in debt trillions of dollars. Right? So is it backed by anything? This used to be backed by gold and equal to silver, dollar for dollar. 10 of these equal 10 of this, $10. 10 of these equal $10. Now it takes 2 of these to equal 1 of these. So 10 of these is equal to $200. Do you see how your money is dying and the silver is rising? Should you have more of this or more of this? I'll let you figure that one out. So, now that we know what your Treasury securities are, right? Let's go back to the article. When the suspension expired, what happens if Congress doesn't raise the ceiling debt? When the suspension expired, the Treasury Department began using so-called extraordinary measures to keep its paying its bills. Such measures include suspending the sale of Treasury securities and redeeming or suspending investments. When quarantine hit, how many local restaurants stayed open? Is that suspending an investment? You invested in your restaurant. We suspended it. You invested in those instruments, in that band. We suspended it. Right? Now this is a battle for souls and lives. You invested in yourself. Now we're suspending you because they've invested in us. New age slavery. So when extraordinary measures are exhausted, all right, when extraordinary measures, Treasury securities are exhausted, the Treasury spends its cash on hand. But do they have cash when it's exhausted? They just said it wasn't worth anything. When that runs out, so when the cash runs out, which experts estimate could happen in October, what month are we in? October. When was this written? September 22nd, 2021. Last week, all right? So, which experts expect could happen in October? The U.S. government would not be able to meet its debt obligations and would go into default. This has never happened in U.S. history. And so it said that debt obligations would go into default. This has never happened in U.S. history. Are we going back to what we used to be? No. CBS News, the news that everybody wants to think is telling us this, it's ever going to go back. No, they're telling us in words. You got to read it. They're not going to tell you. You got to read it. But it's right here for you on their same thing. Just like I said, Bloomberg, it was too much to read. So I didn't want to pay for it. I couldn't keep up. It wasn't worth it. So here we go. This is just what the government is telling us. If the government cannot pay its bills, millions of Americans would be affected. Social Security payments won't go out. That's everybody over 65. U.S. troops. Everybody's got a U.S. troop in their family. Federal civilian employees would not be paid. Who are federal civilian employees? Everybody that controls our money, people. Veterans could see compensation or pension payments lapse. And millions of Americans on food assistance would see benefits stop. Now, back in the 80s, people looked down on anybody getting food stamps or on welfare. But we just had a whole year, almost a year and a half of people not being able to work and millions of people on food stamps. Way more, like the food stamps jumped up through the roof. They're gonna say it stops. So then what's gonna happen is, you guys will see, I showed you my two freezers and my refrigerators, right? I've been telling you to stock food, stock water. So what's gonna happen is these people are not gonna have a food assistance. Stealing's gonna start happening. People are gonna start trying to, the food is, people are gonna stop working, right? So food is not gonna get distributed, and the price of food is just gonna start going up and up and up. This is going, the value of this is dying. The quality of food isn't going up. This is going down. So it's gonna take since the value of $1 is going down, it's gonna take more dollars to equal the value of your apple or your steak. I said before, $90 a pound for steak. $90 a pound for salmon. Why? Because you don't eat it. It's not essential. Now, there was a bunch of essential people that don't understand, weren't affected by the quarantine. Essential people were actually complaining because you got to work too much now, right? Why doesn't anybody get a job? You non-essential people. Well, you don't understand. These non-essential people got cut off because these are careers. And they gave us more money on unemployment on purpose. Why? Because they're trying to introduce artificial intelligence. That is a whole nother conversation. Like, you don't believe that robots are going to take over these mundane jobs because people don't want to go to work, or people don't want to apply because they're giving us more unemployment? Well, Yeah, watch when the robots come out. The robots are already coming out. Drones are already coming out. Like they're already delivering pizza in California, stuff like they've already had automated taxis in California for the past couple years. Don't just because it's not in your neighborhood does not mean that it's not happening. So it says, what happens if the U.S. defaults? The U.S. defaulting would likely precipitate a historic financial crisis that would compound the damage of the continuing public health emergency. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen wrote in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend, default could trigger a spike in interest rates. So if you haven't bought a house and you've been renting and you have good credit, buy your house now. Buy your house now and make sure you get a conventional loan so you can recast the loan in a couple years. If you don't understand that, they don't want you to. They'll advertise refinancing, but I would tell you to look up recasting loans, but you won't find too much. Just get a conventional loan and get the loan. Get your house now. A steep drop in stock prices. They're attacking the wealthy. And anybody that just got Robinhood and trying to get rich, they're about to drop it. And other financial turmoil, like cryptocurrencies. Our current economic recovery would reverse into recession with billions of dollars of growth and millions of jobs lost. But they're talking about jobs. Everybody that has a job are they're trying to strike fear, but they didn't say careers. If you're a CEO of your own company and you are online, you won't be affected. Actually, the wealthy say that in times of tragedy comes immense great opportunities. So the wealthy are licking their chops through all of this because they're getting rich, rich, rich. Instead of hating it, learn it and join them because that's the way to go. All right? That's what we teach. That's what I'm showing you. That's what I'm trying to help everybody with because it's not fair. But there's answers within the words if we read between the lines. All right? Says how does the debate between Democrats and Republicans? Oh, no. We can move on for this one. Said so going on to silver. You know, I'm always pushing silver, and it's not something new. We've always been doing it, but now I'm starting to understand the importance of it, especially 2020 coins and 2021 coins. American Silver Eagles. These things, American Silver Eagles. It's Balloon Fiesta in New Mexico too, so happy Balloon Fiesta. I got my hot air balloon New Mexico coin right here, so much love. But this design right here, you won't see this on silver dollars anymore. This sign has been discontinued. Why? This coin, the American Silver Eagle, is the only coin in the world that has never been duplicated. They can't get it. And now they just changed it? I'm sorry, I don't have my 2021 coins up on my display. But it's a different one. So now the end of a legend is dead. So if you have a 2020 coins, if you had numismatic 2020 coins, they're gonna be worth a ton of money later. And the 2021 coin, the first of the new bread, everybody's gonna be buying up those too. So you have a couple more months to get in and start capitalizing on investing in yourself while earning residual income. And well, if you actually do a video or something, get somebody to sign up under you, you'll be getting paid to basically collect wealth for free. So what's going on in the silver news? They say, oh, the price of silver, BMO downgrades gold and silver prices, but don't see a repeat of the 2013 drop. Silver's going down right now. It's great. Buy more. Understand, while it's going lower, you buy more. I'm not trying to sell this right now. I'm just putting it where my money. I bought these things at $11 an ounce. It's $22 an ounce. And they're like, oh, it's dropping, it's dropping. And I'm like, no, you got in late. If you bought it at $40 an ounce, well, I told you to buy it when we get in. These things are going for $11. Now they went up to 40, now they dropped down to 20. I'm not worried about it because people are saying it's gonna go up to $500 an ounce. If you don't believe me, here, I'll stay with me. I'm still rocking with it. All right, so we're going down. It says everywhere, gold and silver benefit safe haven demand. It's a safe haven. Not this is your safe haven. These are your safe havens. And why buy some boring little $22 one when these are already going for hundreds of dollars more? Anyways, I need to get through the information. So, when we get to Warren Buffett is very famous for, I don't like silver, I don't like gold, I don't do precious metals. You know, he's the one that is big on stocks, right? So right here, it says Warren Buffett. This is 1998. Warren Buffett, but it's on the CMIGoldandSilver.com. But look in the top right. Like, you got to break this stuff down. It's updated Monday, October 4th, 2021, 7:22 p.m. So this company is still valid. They got a A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. But this article since 1998 is still so valid, so important, and so relevant that they keep it up on their site. I don't even think this internet was invented publicly in 1998. But it says, Warren Buffett buys 130 million ounces of silver. 130 million ounces. And people are talking about, oh man, I got silver, dog. I don't need to do your little silver thing, man. I got like 30 coins, bro. I'm good. We're not good. None of us are good. I can't. I'm so worried. So it says in here, Warren Buffett is acclaimed as the most successful investor of our times, having become, according to Fortune magazine, the country's second wealthiest man via his investing acumen. You know who's the number one right now? What's his name that does the Tesla? Huh? Elon Musk. Yeah, there you go. And he just bought his cryptos, in February of 2021? Elon Musk bought his first Bitcoin? And then he dumped billions into Bitcoin, right? All right, anyways. So now this Bitcoin guy and this AI intelligence guy now has more money than Warren Buffett. Anyways, so it's in the country, starting 42 years ago with $100,000, Buffett is now worth more than $21 billion. His share of Berkshire Hathaway, the company he heads, makes up the bulk of his wealth. Berkshire's net asset exceeds $31 billion. It was through Berkshire that Buffett bought 129,710,000 ounces of silver through his company, in the name of his company, Benjamin Franklin style. You don't know, understand? You should research the real reason why Benjamin Franklin's on the $100 bill and not on the penny. Ain't nobody worried about no president. Benjamin Franklin understood money. And not just any money, silver. Anybody that lives in Boston or Philadelphia, you should be thanking Ben Franklin. So, normally Berkshire would have revealed that its silver acquisition in its annual report. However, amid accusations that silver prices were being manipulated, I'll say that again, amid accusations that silver prices were being manipulated, and a CFTC announcement that it was looking into the accusations, Berkshire issued a press release on February 3rd disclosing the purchase. Additionally, on January 28th, a class action lawsuit was filed against the commodity firms that have been buying the silver. The lawsuit maintained the price of silver was being manipulated. I'll say it again. The lawsuit maintained the price of silver was being manipulated because the price of silver was rising as gold was going down, and an unprecedented occurrence. Why? Because they don't want it to happen like that. The rich people have gold, not silver. Poor people have silver. Hell, you buy your little 3-year-old a silver necklace. They don't want us to come up. Keep them down. We buy gold. The gold should go up. It's not going up. Why? Because the people are finally standing up. We are finally getting our own wealth. I'll keep proving it to you. Here we go. Asserting that gold and silver cannot move in opposite directions ignores the law of supply and demand. What? Due to central bank sales, gold is perceived to be in abundance, while silver is clearly in short supply. Low supply, high demand, the price should be high, right? Anybody that's gone through Black Friday should understand that. There's never enough, so the price goes up. What? You can buy a flat screen TV outside, the parking lot of Best Buy for twice as much as you bought it inside. Some people just go and do that. Just go buy 5 of them and then go out in the parking lot and sell them. Supply and demand. Low supply, high demand, more money. Silver is not high enough. It should be at least $100 an ounce. They're saying 500. Let's keep going. Due to central bank sales, gold is perceived to be in abundance when silver is in short supply. For their prices not to diverge under these conditions would be anomalous. It is true that gold and silver prices generally have trended together. The prices respond to monetary developments, rising during periods of inflation. I say that again. Rising during periods of inflation. Where are we at? This is a time of inflation, right? Toilet prices went up, the toilet paper got smaller, and we're paying triple for what it was. That's inflation. The product didn't get better. So this is times of inflation, right? So silver should be going up, but it's going down. Here's your chance. Rising during periods of inflation and falling during periods of disinflation. Disinflation means declining rates of inflation. You notice how they had to put it in quote in parentheses and explain it to you? Disinflation? Why? Because you've never heard of it. Why? Because it's never happened. Disinflation means declining rates of inflation. So that means the price of our products are gonna go down as we get a better product? Yeah, right. Come on, man. It ain't never gonna happen. That's why they had to define it. All right. So, and both rise during financial crises. However, when one of the metals becomes abundant or appears to be, its price falls. But we're in a shortage of silver. Why? Because every cell phone uses silver. Every laptop, computer, flat screen TVs, missiles, bombs, AI intelligence, Tesla, everything in Tesla, they need silver. So we're in a shortage. Silver should be through the roof. It's purposely being manipulated. So you're having a short window to why interest rates are for real estate is low. You have a short window to get one now. Silver is low. You have a short window to get some now. Even the price of cars and stuff, everything's low, but everything's rising, and it's rising fast. It says, now silver is in short supply, and it is reasonable to expect silver's prices to rise to a level that will balance supply and demand. And that's exactly what Berkshire stated in his press release, that equilibrium between supply and demand will only likely be established by a somewhat higher price. At cost, the silver position makes up less than 2% of Berkshire's investment folio. Just 2%. So if you're making $100 a week, well then buy one. Well, no, it's like that's $2. $2 a week. I meant a month. Get one coin. Buy one coin per month, and that will get you your 2% of your portfolio. What's a portfolio? That's your investments. Your varieties of different investments. So like real estate and vacant land and your small business and silver and gold and precious metals, luxury cars, assets. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through this because I know I'm taking too much time. So never mind. Oh, these are just treasury bills. I don't need to. I already explained that. Oh, I was supposed to get down to redemption price on this article. All right. Anyways, I'll skip that because we've been going so long. So I wanted to. I haven't made videos in almost 4 months, right? I've been taking care of my father's estate, and well, music came back, so I was doing bands and trying to learn new music and trying to be a musician again, but it just became a rat race. And so I ended up quitting all my bands because the investments are doing so well that I could take some time off and kind of mourn a little bit. And it's just been tough trying to deal with the passing of my father. But that doesn't mean that my residual income wasn't happening. That doesn't mean that my team wasn't still working. Like people talk about, oh, it looks like a pyramid scheme. Yes, 7K is a pyramid. It's really a binary system, but If you want to look at it, yes, it's a pyramid. It's not a scheme though. Okay, you gotta, there has to be in this explanation, oh, the pyramid scheme. What about the pyramid that actually works? Like McDonald's. McDonald's as a CEO, you don't know who he is. Because why? Because McDonald's is owned by a trust. Why? Because people don't want you to know who's the owner of McDonald's. So a trust owns McDonald's, right? So God knows how many people are in that trust, but one entity owns McDonald's. And then there's a president. And then the president hires a board, right? And that's the CEO, the CFO, the CMO, all these different, like 12 people on the board, right? And those 12 people go hire district managers, hundreds of them. And then those district managers go get general managers to head each store, right? And then those general managers, well, just one general manager at each McDonald's hires cashiers and janitors and marketing and all that other kind of stuff. It's a pyramid. Is it a scheme? Oh yeah, it's the biggest scheme of all time, because you're thinking they sell dollar burgers. In the wealth world, everybody understands that McDonald's is the most successful, most rich, most lucrative real estate company of all time. Yes, real estate. They don't give a damn about those dollar burgers. Because when you put those golden arches on an eighth piece of land, that eighth acre of land, they bought it for $20,000. But as soon as you put those golden arches up, it's worth $2 million. So yes, throw in, make dollar burgers all day. You care about no dollar burgers? Why? Because you're gonna buy a drink with that burger. You're gonna buy some fries with that burger, and they're selling that stuff 50 times what they paid for it. It don't cost no $3 for no Coke. Come on, man. So look at this. This is my page. All right. Welcome back, Delmon. All right. You know, I'm not looking at somebody else's page like they do on some pyramid scheme and go, oh, this is what my coach is doing. Or no, this is me. And I haven't even been working. I haven't been sharing or nothing. But my team, love my team. My team is dope. Thank you guys. Love you guys. I'm glad you guys are with me and believe in the product and believe in me and are willing to go out and share it because you understand the benefits of 7K Metals. So look, my timestamp now, this is just this year, January 1st, 2021 to October 4th, 2021. I haven't been working, haven't been trying. This past weekend, 10/3, I got a $250 commission check. I haven't asked any of you to sign up. I just got a check. It's pending. I haven't even got it yet. Look at here. Back last month, 9/5, I got another $250 commission check. A week before that, I got another $250 commission check. 2 weeks before that, another check. Mind you, I haven't been working. So collectively, I haven't been working all this year, right? I've been doing music. I've total earned this period, just this year, $5,000. Now I'm like, nah, Dale, that ain't nothing. That ain't enough for me, man. Mind you, I'm not really trying to spread this like that. I'm just giving you guys the information and letting you know what I'm doing. Well, part of what I'm doing. Because the cryptos have been kicking butt too, but this is a silver thing because I'm taking the money out of this that I make from silver, and then I dump a little into cryptos, and the cryptos go up, and I take the cryptos and I dump it back into silver, and then make a ping pong back and forth. And I didn't say I take money out of my pocket. No, I'm not taking any money out of my pocket. I'm using the cash that I'm earning to get really the silver that using the money that they're giving me. I'm giving it right back and buying some silver, and then using the extra to buy cryptos. And then they don't even tell you the other hustle that I do is I say buy 3, sell 2, keep 1. Buy 3 of these same kind of coins, sell 2 of them back because we buy them at wholesale price, like Sam's Club. You buy them at wholesale price, sell them individually for retail price, and now I'm making even more money. So they don't even talk about that because you set your own price. So I'm making not just $5,000 this year. Let's go back. Let's go back to last year, right? Let's just do 2020 because I joined in, I think, April of last year. to 2020 to this day. Oh, no. We'll do 12, 31. Oh, man, what's going on? Sorry, you guys. Leonard. Okay, I'll take you back just to the beginning of 1/1/21. All right, so just last year, I made 5,000 this year, right? And just last year, oh, I gotta update it. I was gonna say I made 5,000 last year. Okay, so I made 2,000 all of last year, right? And I didn't even try. Like, I signed up in April, but the first 3 months, all I wanted to do was buy these little things for 20 bucks. I didn't care. I didn't care about the numismatic. I was like, $100 a month. I'm not buying nothing for $100. What's the point of that? Well, the point of it is I've made $7,000 since I've been in this company. You think I got $7,000 worth of silver? Well, I've gotten it, but you think I've kept it? No, I've sold it. So when I say I've quit my bands because I'm making enough money between the cryptos and the silver, well, yeah, I got to do a little bit of work, but come on, man. I'm not doing that much work. So I've made $7,000 by basically sitting on my ass. And I'm collecting, not that's just the cash. I got all of this silver. Like, how many? I used my last dollar. I used my stimulus check, my $1,200 stimulus check to sign up. All right. If you're gonna use your last dollar on something, don't spend it on Jordans. Don't spend it on a date. Hell, don't even spend it on your kids, because that money is gone. Spend it on starting your business through an investment of yourself. Start your own small business. I started mine called No Grow and Tell. It's just to be able to collect silver and well, get tax deductions on it. So I'm running a business and it's legal. I'm not trying to wash money. I'm not trying to hustle it. I'll report it and go make more. Why? Because it's not that hard. Why? Because I got a team of people making my money. Now let me show you my downline. Everybody's like, well, your downline is you gotta have this big old downline and all these people and that's Dell. I don't know all the people you know and I just, my left side has 6 people. My right side has 7 people. Do you know 6 people? Do you know 7? Do you know 13 people? Oh no, I don't have my family and all that. Dell, I just, my family. Okay, of the 7 people on my right side, Asian Persuasion is my music company. So actually I have 6 people on my right side because I have 5 accounts. Why? Because if I'm gonna buy extra coins, why put it on one account? I put it on 5 accounts, and then all those accounts make points, and we all make the same amount of points. So why not capitalize on being able to control what rank I'm in? They're just saver spots to make sure that I keep my money at a certain level. All right, so I can keep making my checks. And I'm like, why you have 5 accounts? Because I'm making $250, so it balances it out. It's paying for itself, so why not work it that way? So really, it's not 7 members on my right. I have 6, right? And hey, here's Leonard. Hey, Leonard's in there. Yay! Look at the points. This is what I really want you to focus on, because I'm like, it's the pyramid and stuff. If you would have joined me back when I first started and just sat on and waited, look, my company, my business has 9,751 points. 1 point equals $1. There is almost $10,000 you would have made if you would have just followed with me. All right, I'm at the top. So I'm not gonna get as much money as you can make through my team. And I haven't even started yet. Why? Because well, quarantine, I was sad, music was dead, Pops was dying. I wasn't trying to be out here talking about money. No, I was trying to save everybody through hey man, the power of the dollar is dying. I'm not going to put my savings account money in this. But look at my downline. Here's what I want to show you. I only signed up 6 people on my right side, but my downline, my people, my team, I've got 35 people helping me get points all the way down. If it looks like a pyramid scheme, you damn right, because all these people are helping me out. That's just my right side. Let's look at my left side. My downline is 13 people, right? So I need to build up my left side. So that's why I'm making this video now. So call now. There's a operator is standing by. You don't even have to join. The coolest thing is it doesn't matter who you join up with. You can sign up with me. There's my information, my business card. You get free business cards if you sign up for the premium package. So that's my information. You can email me at info@nogrowandtell.com or call me direct. That's my direct line at 505-720-5295. Or if you don't want to talk to me, you don't like me, you just want the money and I'll start my business on my own. Well, don't just call 7K. They'll put you on some dud team. Get on my team, you don't, and the team will feed you. You don't even have to like me, but you can get paid off of not liking me, and then now it's just like I'm the sucker, right? I'm helping you make thousands of dollars. I'm just trying to help people make money, and this is the easiest way. I don't care if you were a musician and you lost all your venues and now it's hard to come back. I don't care if you're a nurse or a doctor right now and they're trying to force you to get a vaccine. Notice that, and you don't want to get it. Well, you notice how the business owners, they're not telling business owners what to do. There's some business owners that are saying, we're forcing you not to wear a mask. You don't believe me? Here, actually, it was a restaurant owner forces people not to wear a mask. Bam! Texas couple wore a mask at restaurant. Oh, okay. California cafe owner charges customers $5 fee for wearing masks. Masks not allowed. Texas bar owner bans customers from wearing masks. What? There is so much power in being a business owner. You have the right to refuse service. The government is not messing with people that that have their own business and are trying to be independent from breaking away from Uncle Sam. They give you tax breaks. They don't want to own all of everything. They don't want to have every house. They don't want to have every restaurant. They want to have most of them. They don't want to have all of them. All right? So, if you'd like to join my team, please, you can call me, email me, Facebook me, show a pigeon, messenger pigeon. They still have messenger pigeons, right? I don't know. I read smoke signals. I'm getting ham radio qualified, so if you have a ham radio handle, holla. That's hard to say. Woo. But yes, my team is great. I will be able to help you if you really want to sell. If you don't want to sell, you don't have to do that either. You can just buy your silver at wholesale prices and not sell at all. It's not mandatory to sell. It's like Sam's Club or Costco. You sign up for the annual membership and then you do whatever you want. Some people want dog food. Some people just want the gasoline. Some people don't. They just get the gas and don't ever go into the store. Why? Because it's worth the membership. It's worth the drive out of your way to go to Sam's Club. Why? Because it's the best gas. Costco has the best gas. And you can talk all your stuff about all these other places, but it's not true. That's why the membership is worth it. I've been here long enough. I'm sure this is way too long. Leonard. Man, Leonard is sleep. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you to sleep. You can watch it in bits. You can tag team and let somebody else watch a piece of it. I know I run my mouth a lot, but it's just because I really care about you, my people, my friends, my family. I want to make sure that you understand how this is just the beginning, you guys. Like, we invest in a lot of stuff. I push silver because it's the one thing I can talk about that I know most people can afford. You can afford a $20 piece of silver. If this goes back to the Wild Wild West and they cut off your bank like they did before, or they cut off your Social Security, or they cut off any kind of cash that you have a piece of silver that's worth, well, it's worth $20 right now, but if it shoots up to $100 or $500 and you bought one for $22, well, then you can go across the street and pay for some chicken and a blanket. It's currency, it's money, it's worth something. They're telling us all over the place, this is not worth anything. That's why they're trying to make it rain and go chase the cash and highlight the cash. It's a diversion. They want you to chase that cash so they can go chase this credit. Even if you had a $100 an hour job, it would take you 50 hours to make $5,000, right? At 100, and taxes take the 30% of that, right? So it's gonna take you about 72 hours to make that $5,000. But if you had good credit and you call up your Visa card and you say, hey, this is Dell, it's been 6 months since I've had my credit limit raised. Can you raise it again? Yes, Mr. Taylor, how much would you like to raise it? Raise it $5,000. Okay, Mr. Taylor, you've been approved. So your new credit limit is now $20,000. Thank you for using Visa. You're a valued customer. I just did that call and you were listening to it for 10 seconds. You can make $5,000 in 10 seconds on credit. So why are we chasing this? We need credit. We need silver. Well, I would say we need cryptos, but that's just a foreign word to a lot of people. But it's the new age thing. You don't need it right now, but if you jumped in right now, boy, you could use some of the 7K money and use the cryptos and then get the crypto money and buy more 7K. And be able to pay your bills, and you might even pop out another kid. So thank you for joining us. Myself, Saxophone Delmon, and my lovely assistant, Leonard Harris. If you would like to join, you can join Leonard's team too. He's trying to stack up his team. You get me and Leonard is our guru on the Sound Money team when it comes to trusts and contracts, and well, we're gonna get him going on some grants and cooking too. He's an amazing cook. And he's gonna be the team chef. Hey, we got a okay. He didn't say no. So please join us. We have a lot of fun. We're making good money and we're helping a lot of people, which is, to me, that's the most important. Hope you have a wonderfully, beautifully restful night. Or if you're watching this in the morning, have a great day, or whatever country you're in, because we're getting some other countries coming in on these international sales. So, Ostamiñagos. I don't speak Galapagos. So, you all have a wonderful night. I will see you next time. I'm gonna be making some more videos. So please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, please like the page and share it. Yeah. Tell someone. No grow and tell. Share the information and make a conversation about it. We need to know this information, and they're not gonna. Well, if your parents didn't tell us, say, if you didn't come from wealth, be where the wealth came from, and I can help you do that. We can help you do that. Hope you have a wonderful night. Take care. Much love.